Well, hello everybody. I've got a bit of a different book haul today, and this is my uncle was a my uncle Mike, as a big Robin Hood enthusiast. Made his own bows and arrows and was in different clubs, and this is his book collection. So let's have a little look at this. Some books here. So yeah, so these are the books. Let's have a look. So first one, oops, Robin Hood by Bernard Miles. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Yeah. Robin Hood's England. Fabulous. Robin Hood, His Life and Legend, Bernard Miles. I mean, look at that. Richard the Lionheart. Oop. So, yeah, absolutely cracking. That Maid Marian. Right. Second one. Adventures of Robin Hood. Children's Press. Here he is. Look at the age of that. 1978. Story of Robin Hood. Oop. The Adventures of Robin Hood. Oop. Bancroft Classics. Look at the page. Look at the. Oh, Little John. This impression, 1970. Robin Hood and His Merry Men. Friar Tuck. £1.50. Oh yeah. Oh, didn't see a date on that. But yeah. Nice. Robin Hood and His Merry Men, GPB. Tales retold for younger readers. Look at that. Golden Pleasure Books. Second Impression, 1963. How Robert of Lockley became Robin Hood. Yeah. I mean, crikey, if you are a Robin Hood fan. Oh, that was a good one. You've got a lot here. Look at that. Oh, just imagine being in the 1960s looking at those pictures and dreaming of rescuing Maid Marian. Robin Hood Annual, 1957. Look at that. The rich Norman rascals lose their way in Sherwood Forest and come face to face with Robin and his merry band. Look at that. 7 and 6 net. Ooh. Look at that. Into the moat. Down from the battlements plunged Robin as crossbow bolts zipped over his head. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, look at that for a picture. Hey, Blondie. Oh, he put his hat up and got an arrow through it. Oh, look at that. All the heraldry. A knight in full glory. Look at that. Well done, Robin. Oh, he's after his keys. Yeah, well, it's not all in colour. They probably couldn't afford to make it all in colour. Look at that. Yeah, that's a good one, that. What a cracker. Junior Library Robin Hood. A story of Robin Hood with pictures for colouring. Ah, so you could have coloured it in. Robin Hood colouring book. Wow. Robin Hood, edited by J. Ritson. Look at this. Up from one Robin Hood enthusiast to another. I can't quite read that signature. 76. Look at that. This work was first published in 1795, and this is a reprint of the 1823 edition with a new introduction by Jim Lees. Wow. 1972. Look at that. Crikey. Ah. It's in rhyme. And send one forth some news to hear to yonder Palmer fair, that stands under the castle wall, some news he must declare. With that steps forth the brave young man, which was of courage bold. Thus did he speak to the old man, I pray thee, Palmer old. Wow. Look at that. Ooh. His Grace Walter Francis Montague Douglas Scott. This little volume is respectfully inscribed by His Grace's most obliged and humble servant, the editor. March 1820. The late eminent antiquary, Mr. Joseph Ritson, collected with much labour and care all the historical and poetical remains he could discover relating to that celebrated character Robin Hood, which he published in the year 1795 in 2 small volumes. The present publication is a reprint of that work, which is now become exceedingly scarce and expensive. Wow, Mr. Ritson's prefaced. Flippin' heck. And of these archers brave there was not any one, but he could kill a deer his swiftest speed upon. Wow, I love that. Robin Hood. Oops. Harrop. 40p. All-time tales. Robin took aim in and shot with all his craft. Robin Hood, His Merry Exploits, retold by Charles Wilson, illustrated by R.C. Smith, George Harrop and Co. August 1930, July 1932. What? 1932. Robin Hood, His Merry Exploits. Oh, I was going to say, I didn't see. To our better acquaintance. Oop. Robin Hood first sees Alan a Dale. Wow. Crikey. An Armada original, The Adventures of Robin Hood. Patricia Leith. (1979). Author's note. Since I was 4 years old, I've been fascinated by the legend of Robin Hood. Writing a book on Robin Hood led me back to the original ballads. So that's what was in that book about him. that for many years were passed on by word of mouth before they were written down. I based my book on these ballads, echoes from the days when the trees in my school playground were Sherwood Forest, and playtime was filled with the imaginary adventures of the outlaws. Look at that. He knelt over the beast, slitting its belly with a sure stroke of his knife. Cracking. Well, we're not done. The Adventures of Robin Hood by R. Charles Vivian. Look at that. Classic series. Ooh. Look at this for a book. This book belongs to Melanie Jefferson. Hello. 1965. How Sebald the serf got food. How Robin took to the woods. Crikey. This one's a bit fragile. Look at that. The Adventures of Robin Hood. Roger Lancelin Green. Puffin book. The Adventures of Robin Hood. Look at that. You can hear the pages crinkling. Robin Hood is here again, all his merry thieves. Hear a ghostly bugle note shivering through the leaves. The dead are coming back again, the years are rolled away. In Sherwood, about the break of day. Alfred Noyes. First published 1956. This one's 74. Wow. Oop. Look at that. Crikey. God, each of them are discovering castles in England and Wales. So not directly a Robin Hood. John Kinross. Look at this for a book. God, it gets you excited about medieval England. And to think I'm metal detecting and finding stuff like this. Just recently found that William the Lion silver penny of about 1210. And his daughters were mentioned in the Magna Carte. King John, Richard the Lionheart. It's incredible stuff. Antonia Fraser. Illustrated by Antonia Fraser. That's a nice picture. Lady Antonia Fraser is the eldest daughter of the Earl and Countess of Longford. Is that anything to do with Lord Longford, who went missing? Her companion volume, Dragon's Book, King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table. (1971), first published 55. Christmas Eve in Sherwood Forest. Oops. Oh, wow. Look at those pictures. Look at that. Absolute magic. The feast in Maid Marian's honour was in full swing. Nice pieces of art. Look at that. Never, said Marian faintly, shrinking from her cruel persecutor. Robin did not flinch. He bore the incision of the knife patiently. Oh, that don't sound good. He's being bled, is he, for his injuries? Maid Marian added her gentle pleas to Robin's command. Love the colours. His arrow landed on the very line which ringed round the bull's eye. King Richard's come, oh dear. Yeah. Oops. Is that Robin in jail? Crikey. Well, I hope you're enjoying this. It's going on for a bit. The Chronicles of Robin Hood by Rosemary Sutcliffe. Oxford. Ooh, nice. It does lend itself to pictures, doesn't it? Far back in our history, when the high road to the north ran through mile upon mile of silent forest, men began to make ballads of a famous outlaw, Robin Hood. Oh, look at that. They were surrounded by tall, green-clad men. Oh, it's library. This edition, first published 1950. This edition 1969. Yeah, how Robert of Locksley became Robin of Barnesdale. Oops. Well, we're getting near the end. The Truth About Robin Hood by P. Valentine Harris. New enlarged edition, fully illustrated. We got pictures. P.V. Harris. Yeah. A little bit psychedelic. The Truth About Robin Hood. The Truth. That by the same author, the British Army, up to date. The Truth About Robin Hood. A refutation of the mythologist's theories with new evidence of the hero's actual existence. Dun dun dun. First published 51, this edition 73. To PGC for his help. The statue of Robin Hood at Nottingham Castle. It was presented to the city by Mr. Philip E. Clay, 1952. Inferior ballads. The real history is written in forms not meant as history, in wardrobe accounts, in privy purse expenses, in personal letters, in estate books. Josephine Tay, The Daughter of Time. Robin, a reality or a myth? Right. Child, the American physiologist who edited. Yeah, crikey. So this is going to say whether he existed or not. Is that right? Or who it was based on? Yet another mythologist. Oops. Yeah. Crikey. Robin Hood and his merry men. Yeah, a lot like that scene. Robin Hood and his merry men. Greenwood Dreams. Oops. Mother called a small lad. No illustrations, I don't think. Right, we're getting on to some of the older ones now. Robin Hood, Henry Gilbert, Nelson. Robin Hood and the Men of the Greenwood. Yeah, Toronto, New York. What does it say when it was printed? No. Once upon a time, the great mass of the English people were unfree. They could not live where they chose, nor work for whom they pleased. Society in those feudal days was mainly divided into lords and peasants. 1912. How Robin became an outlaw. How Little John stole the forester's dinner and his meeting with Robin Hood. That's nice, isn't it? Oof. Crikey. How Robin did justice. Oop, missing the illustrations. I pray thee, good Sir Abbot, be my friend. Robin carries Friar Tuck over the stream. Doo-doo. How nice is that? Oops. Robin Hood, Martin Daniels. Oops. £1. Ooh. The Robin Hood statue at Nottingham Castle. The true and graphic story of England's most romantic outlaw. Robin Hood as a real personage. Yeah. And the work by tells as much information as to be gleaned about Robin Hood in the work by the antiquary William Stukeley, 1687 to 1765. Yeah. Oops. What's that? Robin Hood supported by Little John shoots his last arrow. Oop. What's that? Is that a photograph? Oop. A visitor from the USA poses by the Robin Hood statue. Oop. Ye Old Tripco, Jerusalem Inn, the oldest inn in England. Single plate, or is there somewhere on the back? Yeah. The oldest inn in England and dating from 1070 when it was known as the Pilgrim. Present name adopted in 1189 following a lengthy stay in the inn by a group of crusaders. Wow. Oops. Right, and the last Robin Hood book. Look at that for a book. Robin Hood, price £1, Merry Men. That is fragile. Oops. I'm trying to be very careful with it. Look at that. Robin Hood and Little John, or the Merry Men of Sherwood Forest. Chapter 1, The Strange Babe. Come lithen little gentlemen that be of free-born blood. I shall tell ye of a good yeoman, his name was Robin Hood. In the year of grace 1161, during the reign of the second Henry II. Oh my God, that's, I've had a coin of his, and that's, that coin I was talking about, William the Lion. He had to pay homage to Henry II. Crikey. I mean, look at that. God, there's so much writing there. And then, not Robin Hood, but Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott. Look at that, 1965. Crikey. I thought I was done, but no, there's one more. Maybe the star of the show. Look at this. Look at the age of that. Crikey. £10. Look at that for handwriting. You don't write like that anymore. Oh, look at the detail on that. Robin Hood and Little John, the Merry Men of Sherwood Forest, by Pierce Egan the Younger. Come live and listen, gentlemen, that be of free-born blood. I shall tell you of a good yeoman. His name was Robin Hood. Old Ballad. London, George Pierce, 310 The Strand, 1844. Crikey. Directions to the binder. List of plates. Robin Hood and the Monk. Gilbert Hood sees the spirit of his sister. Crikey. Robin Hood ballads. Look at that. The pedigree, education and marriage of Robin Hood with Clarida, Queen of Tidbury Feast, supposed to be related to the fiddler who played at their wedding. Pinnock. Kind gentlemen, will ye be silent a while? And then ye shall hear anon a very good ballad of Robin Hood and his brave man Little John. Crikey. Look at that. In the year of our Lord 1161. Crikey. Lord, look at that for a plate. Robin Hood's wedding day. I mean, look at this. This is just like not a cheap little. The death of Robin Hood. Crikey. I just want to be gentle with it. I mean, look at how many words there are. The monk's face. Oop, there's another plate. No further pressing did the bishop need. Down he squatted at once. Ah, crikey. Give him a clout. Much better to have departed quietly. Ha! What tattling fool has told thee this? Ha! What tattling fool has told thee this? No matter, I have heard the report. But I am not responsible for every lie report chooses to circulate. Then you do not intend her to wed Sir Tristram? Crikey, that's a serious face, isn't it? Pierce Egan. I mean, crikey. Now this is his Life's Collection and Love. Maud Clare. Yeah. Whoops. Little John overthrows Geoffrey Surfield or something. Get him in the tree. Wow. Little John. War Song. Maid Marian. Crikey, the effort that went into this. My dear lady, he said, a short distance from hence are hidden your father and a body of men. They are aware we are here, and have not the courage to make a rush to capture us, for they know one life will be forfeited if they attempt it. Yeah. Crikey. Wow. I didn't think it'd go on so long looking at these, but what a collection. Quick, quick, quick. What's that? Someone hiding in the tree. Robin Hood. Crikey. Yeah, we've not had a film about it for a while, so no doubt it'll come back into fashion. Well, crikey. Amazing. Well, how about that for a collection? I don't think that should be broken up. So yeah, Uncle Mike's Robin Hood books, amazing.